All right, so Bradley, what did you think? You were supposed to do the written evaluation on that one.
I think all the information was really good, and it was easy to understand. She spoke really clear, so we got everything she was trying to say. The visuals went along with everything, maybe a little bit more into detail about them, but we kind of got the idea, and they were really good. It went with the speech, maybe some citations too, for all the information. So, everything else is really good.
All right. Well, I like the jargon at the beginning as your attention device, and I like the reference at the end as a conclusion. So that makes the language a lot more interesting when you were talking. I thought the opening section, you clearly ID the topic. You have a very good thesis statement and a very solid preview. In the contents of the speech, though, I didn't think it was quite as well organized. It's primarily chronological. You get into the history, and that really seems to be the focus, is on the historical rather than the distinct points that you had listed earlier. So it was easy to follow. It's not like it was confusing, but it seemed like you were just focusing on that one particular point. I did think that you were consistent about citing the founder, Howard Schultz, and giving information that came from him. There was some other information that came from other sources that you were not very consistent in citing. The visual materials, they're okay. What I was kind of jonesing for was some illustration of what that Italian coffee experience is like, and how does that compare to what most people encounter in a Starbucks. How similar are they, or how different are they from one another, that sort of thing. So I thought maybe something like that would have been a little bit more helpful. The timeline that you gave, it seems like it just basically repeated something that you had just finished talking about, so it was probably not necessary, or if you're going to use it, put it up earlier, and so that you're talking about it while you're going through it instead of kind of repeating those ideas. I'm going to disagree a little bit with something Bradley said. I do think that you're easy to understand, but I think that the speech suffers a little bit because you are a little stiff in the way you're presenting it. We're going to work on that more. Maybe a little anxiety. You're trying to get everything right. But you need to relax a little bit and kind of enjoy it. And remember, you're just talking to people. And I think you'll find that the speech will be a lot more fun and a lot more interesting if you come across to people as if you're enjoying the experience also, instead of having to do like a recitation, like you were in the 3rd grade and having to do a poem in front of everybody and you feel like, oh, everybody's staring at me. If you're just talking to us, it'll come across a little bit more effectively. We're going to work on that the next round, so don't worry about that right now. Just a comment. Watch it when you see it, and you'll